And more breaking news coming in, a fresh summons, ED summons that have been sent to Rahul Gandhi in connection with the National Herald case. We have our senior editor Shravan to give us more information. Shravan, what more can you tell us? Fresh summon to Rahul Gandhi.
But in fact, we're just waiting for a confirmation now to come in from the Enforcement Directorate as far as the date as to when Rahul Gandhi has been summoned. As of now, we are picking up that in all likelihood after Sonia Gandhi's summons, Rahul Gandhi will also be asked to appear before the Enforcement Directorate. Remember, he was asked to appear on 2nd of June, but he had sought for more time simply on the grounds that he was not in India and he needed more time to basically cooperate with the agency and appear before the agency at this stage. Now, what is very important to point out here is the fact that the Enforcement Directorate has basically considered the response that has come in from Rahul Gandhi, and keeping that in mind, new set of summons would be issued to Rahul Gandhi. We are just waiting for an official confirmation to come in from our sources within the agency as to what would be the date for these new summons. But interestingly, right now this comes after reports also suggesting that Sonia Gandhi was tested positive, may not also appear for the summons on 8th of June. If that happens, perhaps the Enforcement Directorate will then have to take a collective decision as to when exactly can they issue these set of summons. Because remember, the 2nd and 8th June of summon was actually issued on 22nd of May, following the questioning of Mallikarjun Kharge and Pawan Bansal in the National Herald scam. And keeping that in mind, the Enforcement Directorate essentially said that it was a natural course of action that they would have summoned Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi for questioning and recording their statements in the National Herald scam, where they had essentially been accused of buying properties of the AGL, and that in a fraudulent manner. In fact, they are basing their investigation on the income tax investigations that have been carried out so far, in which about 291 crore rupees is sort of a penalty or rather a tax that has been levied by the income tax department on a benefit that was accrued of about 441 crore, which the income tax believes is a benefit that the Gandhi family actually got. But remember, this has also been challenged by the Gandhi family before the Income Tax Appellate Authority and also the Delhi High Court, which has been rejected. But the Enforcement Directorate has now also stepped in. They are also basing their investigation on what we have seen, the properties that were actually handed out to AJL by the Haryana government, by the former Chief Minister of Haryana, Bhupinder Singh Hooda, against whom the CBI has already filed a charge sheet. And keeping that in mind too, we're now being told the Enforcement Directorate is looking into that angle.
Yes, thank you so much, Shravan, for giving us all that information. So a fresh summon that has been sent to Rahul Gandhi has been asked to appear before the Enforcement Directorate in connection with the National Herald case.